I thought
Renee.
you were saying grab a melody and ask them about retreat. That's just, we
Yeah,
can't.
that's what I was trying to say, but it's the end of the
Yeah.
day and I can't even
But we
talk.
can't we can't share everything, and that's for everyone's retreats. Those are just things that have to be kept to ourselves. Wonderful. So I have the great honor of introducing our final presenter for today. Britt Bonnedahl joined Sweet Adelines in 1977 as a member of the Telga Harmony Chorus, the very first Swedish chapter of Sweet Adelines International. In 1983, she founded the Runiga Show Chorus, directing the chorus to achieve international champion titles in 2014, 2017, and 2020. Hélene retired as the Runiga Show Chorus Director as a Master Director 700 after the chorus attained the 2020 International Champion title in New Orleans. She has an occupational background teaching children with learning difficulties and behavior problems. She's a certified neuro-linguistic programming practitioner and a certified mental trainer with specialties in voice and language as a speech therapist. She's a master of faculty member, a coach, and vocal teacher specializing in teaching voice, mindset, directing leadership, and communication. It is such a total honor to have her with us today, and we would all like to welcome you to our summit. Britt Bonnedahl, welcome to Region 3.
Thank you so much.
I gotta find her.
Thank you. Let's see if I can get spotted here. Uh,
Yep, Connie will put you on spotlight.
yeah. Okay, I keep on talking. She will find me in a while. Hello, Renee. Good to see you. And
You too.
hello, Jim. It's not too long ago since I met with you in South Carolina when we were coaching together. That was so much fun. And I can't say how honored I am to finish off your beautiful day today. And yes, I'm sitting here and now it is almost, it's 9, what is it? 10:45 in the evening
Oh,
here.
thank you so
Yeah.
much.
And the morning started out with me joining Region 32. So I've been on with Region 32 and then Region 1 and now Region 3. That is
Oh.
just fantastic how this wonderful, wonderful way of virtual teaching has and connection. That is definitely something we can be happy about when it comes to all the results of this awful pandemic. It is just challenging us in so many, many, many ways. And I guess that your moderator don't want to see me here on the spotlight. They want to keep on seeing you, Renee.
I have you on. Maybe I'm not sure why you're seeing yourself, or you're seeing Renee. Maybe you pinned Renee by accident.
I don't know. I'm not paid.
No, we see you.
Well, do you
Well,
see
you know what? Well, everybody put Ritalin on speaker view, and Ritalin will know that we are definitely seeing you.
me? Well, I I can talk all the time, even if I'm not seen. It's not a problem for me. So thank you so much for having me. And I guess that will be quite a challenge for you to keep on another 45 minutes now, and specifically after the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful lesson with Jenny Morden. I was just recently on a course with her called Taming Your Anxiety Mind, it, it was so fantastic. She is the most marvelous teacher and so much wonderful things to learn. And you have asked me to teach a little bit about mental training and of course also the mental training that I have experienced that we do in running a show course, and that has been quite a lot of the one of the factors for success for us, definitely. So normally I do this class for at least 90 minutes, since I love to have a lot of interaction with, but I'm going to cut down a little bit on those things. But still, I want for you, as long as you do have any kind of question or anything you are wondering about, you're absolutely free to interrupt me. You heard that I've been a teacher for many years with children with behavior problems. You cannot disturb me, no way. You can interrupt me anytime and I will be totally stable. It's no problem at all. But let's start with just asking a very, very simple question. What is actually mental strength? What is your perception of what is actually mental strength? Take a minute to figure that out, and I will pick up a PowerPoint here and see what I can find to help us go on and find some more solutions together about that. So there we go. What is happening here? Do you have, no, you don't have. Huh? That was strange. I shared the screen with this and still, oh, there you go. There you go. Well, as I just wanted to remind you a little bit, if you by any chance think that I look a little bit different than how you normally see me on stage, but this is if you prefer to picture me like that, that's absolutely okay. But let's see, what is mental training and what is mental strength? Have you found any suggestion for me about that? That you would like to share? Nobody wants to say anything. No. Well,
I'll read some things here for you if you'd like me to.
Yes.
It says mental strength is courage, mental balance, resilience, ideas that don't steal your power. These are all in the chat area. Confidence, being able to go with the flow, being an overcomer, the ability to adapt to change, and controlling your responses to the environment, focus.
Oh my goodness, you have a lot of ideas around that, and all what was mentioned there is absolutely correct in every way. And the definition that we teach as mental trainers, and the definition that we continue to work on, is that mental strength is being able to control and have impact on your state of mind in spite of circumstances. So for us singers, for instance, we have certain circumstances. Every rehearsal, every time we listen to our own voices, every time we sing together, every time we try to learn new music, every time we are performing, of course, but that is something that is requiring a certain state of mind and to be in control of what is happening, and feel that you have some kind of tools to manage what is happening. So the question then is how? I mean, we know this, that is important. Of course it's important. And that is a definition we also use as mental trainers. One thing is to know it. It is like, do you by any chance know that physical health might be very helpful for being a good singer. Do you know that? You can nod if you want to, or you can shake your head if you think you, oh, yeah, of course, of course. If you feel really good about yourself, if you're healthy and you have stamina, that will affect your singing ability. That's for sure. And we do a lot of things to train our voices, don't we? We put in a lot of exercises, a lot of knowledge, a lot of things to keep our voices wonderful and in good shape. And do we think that mental strength has anything to do with our capacity to sing well? Okay, absolutely, absolutely. And the very start of the running a chorus was for me becoming a speech therapist, and I got as a special task for the final education to teach my chorus and to conduct my chorus and rehearse, and using only positive critique. And then I had to record every rehearsal, and then I had to analyze every word I had said to see if I had said things that has been reinforcing their development, if it has been good for them the way I pronounced I said how I was speaking to them. And it was a very, very learning experience. So I got a kick off in my leadership with using positive things. And I was very much aware about that affected their mental health in one way. And then every time we were coming up to a big performance or competition or so, we brought in experts. We brought in experts to talk to us, to give us a shot in the arm with positive things that could help us to feel inspired and strong and so. What we absolutely did not do, it was that we were not working on that continuously. We did it like, if you think about working on your vocal skills, and you know it's a good thing to do, and guess what? You just do it 5 weeks before competition. That wouldn't work. No, we know that. But what about mental preparation? We kind of think that it's enough if we get a little shot in the arm a few weeks before competition, and we think that will do it. But we neglect that what we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, it is a habit. So we have to continuously work on this to make it a strength, to really build our mental strength. So what did we do? We started to work on our chorus culture. And the chorus culture itself, it can be just a word. Of course, we have a chorus culture. Yeah, but have you analyzed, have you really picked out what is your chorus culture? Can everybody in your chorus immediately answer to, our chorus culture is? That might be something you need to ask yourself. We started out with establishing a positive zone. We agreed on that every time we enter the rehearsal hall, or we sat at home rehearsing our music, whatever we did that has connection with the chorus, we were in the positive zone. And we also talked a lot about what is actually a positive zone. What can we do to reinforce the fact that we all understand that we are in the positive zone? The first thing you can definitely do anatomically, it is to use a positive posture. And that might sound to you a little bit childish. Of course, use a positive posture and you feel that is so cute and you look so much better. And so, yeah. But the fun thing is that I've studied how the brain works a lot, and the positive posture gives immediate signals to your brain that this person is really in good shape, and you immediately start to feel so much better. And you use a positive attitude. You choose to feel good about yourself. You choose to be positive in everything you do, to put a smile on your face. So another signal go. I want to challenge you with a little exercise right now. Can you please really take a wonderful, wonderful posture? Just do whatever you can to have the best posture in the world and put a fabulous smile on your face. And then you say, I'm so awfully tired. Did it work well? I don't think so. No, it didn't. So let's do the opposite. Oh, I come to rehearsal and I am so tired. I am so tired. And then you say to yourself, oh, I'm so looking forward to a wonderful rehearsal. No, it won't work. It won't work. So this easy. And then, of course, the question comes from some people. They say, so what do you do with the people who doesn't look like that way? They say, yeah, we act on that. I can honestly say that when we see someone who is not referring to our chorus culture, it is so easy. Take her hand, walk up to the post here, the roll up, and say, here we go. This is a positive zone. And I can assure you, 99% of the people who ran into that get reminded, oh, yes, of course. Because then you know that you do something good for them. You also ask your chorus members and yourself, of course, it starts with you as a director and a leader, positive thoughts and communication, because you are the only thinker in your mind. So you are the master of your brain. You can make a decision to have positive thoughts and communication. And then you say, but the human brain is functioning still on the savannah, you are a caveman in your limbic system. Yes, you are. So some negative thoughts will immediately come. Yes, they will. And your task is to immediately flip them and think something else. Think the opposite. Flip your thought and think the opposite. That is a wonderful tool to learn. We also had some words of value. We decided on that in our chorus, we have the core values of happiness. Whatever we do, we want to do it with joy. And whatever we do for the best for the chorus. It's for the whole perspective. And whatever we do, we have decided to love to drill. That was a really key opener for us, because I get so tired of drilling this over and over again. Yeah, but we have decided to love to drill. So are you curious how much drill you can stand? Yeah, you can actually learn to stand a lot of drill. And let me tell you, you can learn to love to drill. You can learn to love to drill. everything is about where is your focus. Is your focus on what you want to achieve, what you want, or is your focus on what you don't want? Always aim for what you want. Please don't focus on the things you don't want. So I will just do a quick little pause here and ask if you have any questions so far. Carol, can you see if there are any questions? I don't see the chat, unfortunately, so you need to help me to see if there are any questions that I need to.
Sorry, I'm unmuting myself. I'm reading mostly things that they're just really, your words are powerful. They're loving them.
And keep going.
They're mesmerizing, and just keep going and give it more.
Just keep going, just keep going. Yeah, whatever you do when you want to establish a new habit, a new thing, you need strategies. And I bet you are very, very familiar with the strategy SMART. That is so well known. The specific, measurable, attractive, realistic, and time frame. That is what we work with all the time when we want to achieve a certain goal, something. That is for sure. But in mental training, we have a strategy that we call SMAK, and you might want to learn a Swedish word here because the Swedish word is smak, SMAK. So you will have a possibility to learn some Swedish here. That might be something a little original for you to do. Because the first thing with the SMAK is self-image. In Swedish it is självkänsla. The S stands for self-image or self-picture. It's a difference, you know, in between self-image and self-confidence. You can have a really good self-confidence and still the picture of yourself, your self-image is very fragile. So it's the self-image, how you feel about yourself, what you think about your inner self. That is what the S stands for. The M stands for mål, which in English is goal. And we talk a lot about the difference in between a process goal and a result goal. You might be a little bit, what do you say, a little bit überrascht, surprised is the English. I start to talk German here. A little bit surprised that in the running course, we very, very seldom talk about winning. We talk about reaching a certain level of quality. And then, of course, we also say that if we reach that quality goal, we might win. That might be a result, but we don't go for the result itself because that's nothing we can control. But we can control that we work on the right things to achieve a certain quality. That is what we can measure and work with. The attitude is really something that has changed our course. That we are actually agreeing on what kind of attitude we like to see in the course and what we have agreed on. This is not something that us leaders are telling the course. We do it in group sessions and we work through what we think is the most valuable things for us to achieve and how we want to act together and towards each other. And then the K, that everything you do with an emotion, and a positive emotion, and everything that makes you more positive to what you do is enhancing the product. You may have heard that we have as saying that it's more amusing to have fun. So we have a lot of fun, and we are really, really looking for, because if it isn't fun, why do we do it? I mean, why do we spend all these hours, all this money, and all these things if we just are struggling with everything?
Brittlin?
Yes.
Well, we had a question in the chat about what if people are going through some type of life or health challenge, and how
Yes.
did you handle that in your chorus rehearsals?
Yes. And I can honestly tell you that this type of training, when you really work on your inner attitude and whatever you think about yourself, and how, the atmosphere in the chorus and so, has created our really strong network in our chorus, that we really help and lift each other's. We have, as any other group, had several challenges with health and everything, and we do whatever we can to support each other and to create this positive zone, so that the chorus members can come to the rehearsal and kind of get energy back from all the love and the good atmosphere, and also be allowed to come and just be very, very present and leave their problems aside, so to speak. That I have a favorite expression. I say that to come to chorus and to rehearse, it is like having a mental bath, that you come and you are allowed to just focus on what is here, what is now. And that is also done with a structure in that I really want to share with you, because it's going to go fast now, because it is such a short time left. But we started out with the S, the self-image. And the self-image, you need to start to lower the basic tension in your body, to be able to work with the inner you. So every single rehearsal, we have some kind of muscular relaxation. We start out the rehearsals always with the check-in procedure, where we do breathology, which is a hold your breath technique, where a grounding session for 3-4 minutes. And then in the middle of the rehearsal, we have this 10 to 15 minutes mental training, that we go with a certain program that we have every single year. We start out with several weeks with just muscular relaxation, to recall the possibility for all of us to really relax. That is the major, major, major thing. If you're not able to relax, you are not able to create all these wonderful alternative conscious levels, where you can do visualizations and all kinds of goal setting things, and goal anchoring, goal pictures and things. So that is the major, major, major skill you need to learn first. So we spend a lot of time every year to recall that skill, because it's like any other skill that you have to do it over and over again. And you see a little picture here, how it looks in our rehearsal hall. And it goes so fast when we have this break. I just say that, oh, now it's time for our relaxation. And people just out on the floor. And we have created a need for doing this. And I know some people have been really astonished, because during the competition week and so, They come into the rehearsal hall to see us drill, and they see us lay on the floor and relax instead. We do that quite a lot. So, and we had a really ceremony to get rid of our limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs? Yeah, we all carry those limiting beliefs. We need to get rid of those hinders that is hindering us from being the best we can be. And I ask the chorus to take a week or so to get an idea, what kind of limiting belief do I have? And then put them down on a paper. And then we have like a come to Jesus ceremony when I stand in front of the chorus with a little bag, and they come and drop their paper there. And then I take those papers home and I put them in the open fire and take a picture and put on our website that here is your limiting beliefs. They are burning now. And then we spend time to reframe them, of course. So let me just quickly share what I once read. I put it down. I'm getting too old. I don't remember so well anymore. I'm lousy with syncopation. Those were my limiting beliefs at that time. And the reframing sounds, I'm young enough. I remember enough. And I learned syncopation. So you can shift that, you can flip those limiting beliefs also. And affirmations, and this is your task right now, to write down on a piece of paper an affirmation that is about you. It has to be personal, and it has to happen right now, and it has to be positive. Personal, present, and positive. Maybe I am a good singer, or I am a wonderful singer. It has to happen now, not I hope I will in the future be a good singer. So personal, present, and positive, the 3 P's. And when you have done that, you're most welcome to put it on your computer and blow it up in a wonderful, with a wonderful, whatever it is around, and cut it out and maybe put it on your refrigerator and on your bathroom mirror, or as a what do you call it, a screen thing so whenever you put up your computer, you see it. So the important thing is that you need to see it many times a day, many times a day, because if you are planning on shifting your thinking, you have to work on continuity and do it over and over and over again, because your brain is really lazy for changing, because your brain doesn't want to use that energy. The brain is really careful about using it. It's still using 20 to 25% of your energy. So it doesn't want to have any more work. It doesn't want to break in new patterns. So you have to be persistent and see what you want to change. And an affirmation is something that you can change. For instance, we had as an affirmation in our chorus, for our chorus, it's all happening perfectly. And it did. So that is something we can really relate to. So that was the self picture, the self to build on your inner me, and you need to spend quite some time on that. The goal, of course, to create a goal picture, because when you have learned to relax, when you have learned to lower your muscle tonus to go to an alternative conscious level, then your brain is not so realistic anymore. Then you can create a goal picture, and you can recall that goal picture under relaxation, and you can get a much, much better result, because then you have already seen it. And if you do that over and over and over again, you start to believe that it actually can happen. And you can build a goal picture of you as an even better singer, or even better in choreo, for instance. I did once because I felt really clumsy sometimes. So I needed to build in a picture of myself being more smooth and better with that. And yeah, it worked quite well. Yeah. And you might want to anchor that goal picture under relaxation, as I said. And of course, visualization, you're familiar with that, I bet. At least 5 to 6 weeks before any big performance or competition or so, it is so useful to have this visualization. And it's even stronger if you do it together. And then, of course, if you do it more often, if you have it recorded and you can do it over and over again, it is really wonderful, because then you have already been there. You have already, you can win before you compete, actually. That is wonderful. And the truth is, whether you say you can or you can't, you are right. You are the one who decides if you can do it or not, because you are the only thinker in your mind, and you are the master of your brain. The attitude, focus, the check-in procedure in the beginning of whatever you do, to absolutely exercise, to have total focus, and to build in an intention. As we do in the check-in procedure, we decide what to feel, how to think, how to act. And that is so powerful. If everybody do that at the same time, create an intention. What do I want to feel tonight? How do I want to feel when the rehearsal is over? It's a fantastic, powerful thing. And of course, using words and thoughts that are beneficial for your mental strength instead of negativity. Be the master of your brain instead of its servants. You can do that. Absolutely. You are in charge, because you are the only thinker in your mind. And then emotion. Intelligence is a wonderful, wonderful thing. When you get together and you have the power of shared thoughts, that you agree on thoughts, that you agree on possibilities, you agree on goal setting, you agree on attitude. This intelligence that is created by that is wonderfully powerful. And it's so much better than being judgmental and critical against each other. And to be absolutely present, to allow yourself to be absolutely present in every moment when you want to feel really good about yourself, and start to admire each other. Admire each other instead of judging each other. That creates a wonderful, wonderful atmosphere in the chorus, and you will feel so much better if you fill yourself with admiration for each other than judgmental thoughts. So, didn't you hear me? Yes, now you hear me. Now you hear me. Well, one champion, I want to quote a champion here. Oh, no, did you stop my video maybe? My PowerPoint? No. Something is not happening. My final word here was that I'm not a champion because I don't have self-confidence because I'm a champion. I am a champion because I have self-confidence. So it's a flip there, that you don't become confident and get mental health by getting a medal. You get a medal because you have the confidence that you can be the best you can be. And medals is just a touch of what is good with having mental strength. It is, I have chorus members who talk about how much it is contagious to the rest of the life. I mean, you're not having the power only on your rehearsal nights and when you perform with your chorus. You build your mental strength and your capacity to be strong and to handle every single situation. And I think that is also an answer to how we handle people who do have challenges with health, and so that if you have built a positive attitude and a positive way of thinking and handling situations, that goes also for those challenges in life, that you get stronger in many different ways, or actually in all ways. So I encourage you to work on your, first and foremost, on your relaxation, so you can lower the basic tension in your body. And specifically during this period with so many challenges, when we are triggered by so much insecurity about what is happening in the world and what is happening with our choruses, you are so vulnerable when the limbic system is so triggered by all the insecurity that is happening in our world. So whatever you do, take a deep breath, relax, and think the best you can about yourself. And whether you say you can or you can't, you are right. So very much good luck with that. And I'm open for any questions of how to handle this, whatever you want to ask me.
We had a question here. How can a goal picture help you increase your stamina on the risers?
Yeah. First of all, you need to create a picture of yourself in your mind, being on stage with great stamina. And then you when you relax, the step one is to relax. Step two is to recall a situation when you felt really good about yourself. And you fill your whole body with those wonderful feelings. And then you take out that picture you have created in your mind about yourself, being on stage with having wonderful stamina. And you see what you see, you hear what you hear, and you smell what you smell, all your senses. You're activating all your senses. And then you dwell into that. And then you do this over and over again. And of course, there are no shortcuts to think that you have good stamina if you neglect your physical stamina. It has to go both ways. But to get rid of tension that is hindering you to use your whole capacity, that is what mental training is doing. Your mental training is making you strong mentally and help you to be even stronger physically. But you need to exercise, of course, to get the best stamina.
So someone asked, does your chorus listen to some type of a meditation tape during your relaxation time, or is it strictly visualization, or is it a combination?
We go in a certain structure. Every year we plan a certain structure. We may have 5 weeks of just muscular relaxation, then several weeks with creating a personal goal picture of being an even better singer, then a few weeks of getting rid of the limiting beliefs maybe, and then visualization. It goes in a pattern, like you building any other skill, that you have layers that you build on, and then when you have built the layers you think you need, you start over again, like you build when you build your vocal skills, whatever skills you build, you have a structure and you build from those SMAK, you pull out from those.
We have people that are just really interested in how you created your chorus culture, but specifically when you talked about creating or embracing a new or a different chorus culture, how long was it before you felt like you really were noticing some changes and that the chorus culture was shifting?
Well, we spended quite a lot of time trying to figure out what our chorus culture were and kind of boiling down in a certain way. So we spent quite a lot of time on it. So we really felt that every single chorus member had been a part of it in small group sessions and talked about it and followed it up and boiled it down and so and so and so. And then as a matter of fact, during that period and also after that, it was easier then than when people had kind of wasn't so inspired of it anymore, so to speak, when it was just a habit and we had a tendency to fall back into old patterns. And so then we had to redo it and we had to take it out again and see, we need to discuss this. Is it something we need to change here? Because it's not so active anymore. It's not, we needed to fresh it up and see if you by any chance are not willing to follow the culture we have agreed on, do we need to change something? But one thing we had been very, 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 very careful about. And it is that we have very, very seldom put problems under the carpet, so to speak. When it has been things that has been a challenge, we have talked about it. We have had a lot of really difficult conversations, and it takes a lot of courage to have that, and it takes a lot of time, but it also saves a lot of time because the atmosphere gets so much better.
You can't hide the elephant in the room, can you?
Nah,
You can pretend to hide it, but it will still be there.
it will.
And it does take a lot of courage. And what would you say? I mean, to develop the kind of trust that you can have those crucial conversations, that takes a little bit of courage too, wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. And we have been so fortunate to have several team coordinators and also us directors not being afraid of having difficult conversations. And it's all based on love. It's all based on caring for each other. And I mean, it is not like we confront people with a discipline thing. No, we just want, I mean, well, I joke and call it parents conference. We need to have a parents conference here. But I guess it is, well, it's been beneficial for me being a special teacher, because the special teachers do have this really, really, really hard conversations and communication things going on most of the time. So it is something, and we also have had together with the sectional leaders, and so we have had some kind of seminars together with them. How do you do this in a good way? How do you develop a culture? How to talk, how to give good feedback, how to really be lovable and still clear with what it's all about. So it is quite a question about a lot of work.
Yeah, it's amazing. You make it look easy and I know that's because you've worked so hard to make it look easy. And we applaud you for that. I mean, my gosh, your performance last year at NOLA was it was exquisite. It was absolutely breathtaking.
Yeah.
It was so wonderful. And I guess I have a personal question. How are things at home? What's going on in your country?
We are not as locked down as you are. We are allowed to be out in groups of no more than 50 if we keep distance, as long as you are not in a group where I mean, everyone above 70 is encouraged to be isolated, and specifically if you have any health issues. And I just happen to be married to someone who has difficulty with the lungs. So we have been isolated for a long time.
I shouldn't say this, I'm assuming that your chorus rehearsals?
Yeah, well, the chorus we rehearse with Zoom, and we have been really lucky with one of the girls has a huge facility that with a huge wide screen where all us on Zoom are pulled up on the screen, and Anna is directing us, and then it's a group of 8 people, 2 in each part that stays separate, and it's 8 really, really good singers. So we sing together with them, and it's excellent. And we also both stream and Zoom. So it has worked really well. The leadership has been marvelous in creating a variety of all kinds of things happening. So it's been good. It's been good. Of course, we are as disappointed as everybody that we couldn't do a swan set and all this, but the situation is as it is, and we have to cope with it.
Anybody have any, Renee, you have anything? Anybody have final questions or anything for Britt? I know I mean, it's way past your bedtime. You are such a sweetheart to be here.
Thank you so much for having us be your third Zoom session today.
And I wish I looked that good at the time of night and after 3 Zoom sessions. That's a testimony to you.
I think we were all furiously taking notes to try to capture what you were talking about. So we appreciate you sharing it with us, and hopefully we can all just take a little piece of that and start doing that for ourselves while we're separate, or even our face expression while we're Zooming, because everybody can see us, you know. So even in chorus rehearsals on Zoom, it's important to have that idea about how to be a positive participant in the Zoom session.
Do you want a handout of this, the mental?
Yeah. If you'll share it with us, that would be great.
Oh yeah, I can do that. I can do that.
Do you want to stop your screen share too, please? And then we can see a little
Somebody
bit.
just said that one of the most entertaining things ever was the video of the Swedish factory.
Yeah.
I gotta see that again.
I bet haven't you been to Skansen, Renee, when you were here? So,
Yes.
so you know the area where we were creating that.
Filmed, yes.
But you have never been to the desert where
No.
where we filmed ourselves. People in Las Vegas came up to us and said, "We didn't know you have deserts in Sweden."
Don't you have from way up north in Sweden all the way down? It's a long, narrow country, relatively speaking. And don't you have all the seasonal zones?
Oh yeah. Yeah, but we have no deserts.
No desert.
It's just some, but I lost the word now, where they take out all the sand.
Right. Oh, well, it was so wonderful having you with us. Does anybody have any last questions for Brittolin? I don't think so.
Jim's waving. Are you saying goodbye, Jim, or you need a question?
Is Jim there? Yeah.
He's here.
Yeah. He's saying hi, but hey, Jim, unmute yourself and say
Hi,
hello.
Brooke. Good to see you. I've been on mute, so good to see you.
Good to see you too. Take care.
Yeah. Thank you for what you offered us in the region. It was wonderful.
Lars-Erik is shouting, "Say hello to Jim."
I was just going to say, where's your husband?
Lars-Erik, a hello for me and your daughter and family. Yes.
I will.
And me
So,
too.
take care.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Everybody say goodbye. Unmute yourselves and say goodbye.
Bye.
I guess you can't unmute yourselves. Just wave wildly.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brittolin. Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know about you. I should be totally exhausted by this time, but I'm totally exhilarated. How about all of you?
Me too.
Can you believe that we just spent this time with all those fantastic people and all of you fantastic people? I mean, the time flew, didn't it?
We started recording at 8 hours and 22 minutes ago.
Wow. Well, that actually wraps up who we have for faculty, but don't go away yet. We've got a few final pieces for you. We just a couple PSAs. We're gonna be sure to check out the regional website. There's tons of information on there. Our regional YouTube is on there. There's upcoming events. We do have an October 3rd, a Rangers workshop coming up. There's no prerequisite for that. Information about how to, Sherry Berkeley, our Spirit of Harmony recipient, is overseeing it, and our ACP coordinator. Laura Wright is got tons of people involved in the DCP program, and we're encouraging everyone to get involved in that educational program. It's open to anybody. all of you. And it's a great educational tool, an opportunity to learn more that you can help assist with your chorus. And we have all kinds of plans in the work for our winter workshop, and hopefully be able to announce the dates in the near future. We've got a quartet workshop in the works. So just kind of stay tuned, and we'll get information out to you as soon as we can. But I hope you all enjoyed the kinds of this today. Some thank yous, and this is from me personally. First, can we just say, hopefully some of them are still here. I see a few people in the audience, but a huge thank you to all of our faculty presenters. I mean, were they not just wonderful, informational, inspiring, and frankly, this was a priceless event. I mean, where are you going to get this much information from this awesome, talented pool that we had with us today? Joan Bonnedahl, I don't think she's here, but she's just always our biggest cheerleader and friend, and she's kind of the glue that holds us all together. So appreciate her being with us today. Our RMT members who are just working diligently behind the scenes to try to find ways to keep us connected, to keep us, they're just committed to making sure that the show goes on, and they're supporting us. They're supporting your educational team. And I want to thank the educational team, because they are the creativity, and their willingness to assist as needed is as evident, as you can see today. Connie and Minta, who are
Incredible.
they're incredible. They are our unsung heroes that are kind of behind the scenes. Yay! Give them, and certainly Renee, my esteemed co-host, who just brought all kinds of input and energy and really help bring this all together for us. And then all of you who were our fabulous Region 3 members who are here and just kind of continue to fight the good fight. We keep our love of harmony and singing and our organization moving forward by attending our event today. And, you know, I love all of you. I know you love each other. And, you know, we can't, taking Brittalin's limiting belief, we can't let our limiting beliefs get in the way of what we know we are capable of doing. And this is a short blip in the radar of our long-term life. I have a good friend who always says, I try to look, she says, take every challenge that comes along and says, what's the possibility? And I think today was an example of that.
Well, Carol,
challenge, and it was a great opportunity for us to embrace the possibility. Yes, Renee.
so I just wanted to let all of us thank you for everything you did in pulling the education team together this year to plan this event and spearheading every bit of the creative ideas that they threw your way and every detail that most people don't get the chance to see. So thank you for bringing this vision to life. I'm just trying to speak for everybody here, and thank you, and for everything you're doing for our region and for all of us.
Thank you. Oh, I really appreciate that. So I think thank you so much. This was a dream of mine, and I can't tell you how wonderful it is to
Let's do another one.
have all of you be part of our dream. So, so what a better way for us to wrap up the day than by singing our newest regional song, and we're going to sing it together, because it truly is the music that brings us together, but it's the friendships that help us stay.
It's the music that brings us together. It's the music that brings joy untold. Those sweet melodies, those grand harmonies, like the fire that burns in my soul. When storms roll around, when life brings us down, when trouble and strife come our way. It's the music that brings us together, but it's the friendships that make us stay, sharing music with friends fills our hearts with song each day.
Well, not a dry eye in the house, I'm sure. Can't wait to see you all again in person, but this was awesome today. Be safe, be well. Get your global houses put together. Keep fighting the good fight, you guys.
Bye, everybody. Thanks
Love you guys.
Bye.